What's going on, guys? Riley here. Today we're going to do another dash cam review for you guys, and it's been a while since I've done one of these, mainly because I've been really happy with the previous dash cam that I've owned for just over a year now. However, within that past year, there's been many dash cams come out that have newer features and stuff like that. So today we are going to be reviewing this BlackSys CH-200 Dash Cam from BlackBoxMyCar.com. BlackBoxMyCar.com is also the same company that provided me with my previous dash cam that I used on my Scat Pack and my Camaro. Absolutely loved it, had zero issues with it. On their websites you'll find tons of dash cams to choose from, and I have a discount code set up with them. If you use the code RPPRODUCTION, you save $15 on orders $250 or more. Now that code applies for any dash cam on their site, and they pretty much have all good quality dash cams. One thing I've learned with dash cams over the years is kind of pay a little bit extra to get some of the more expensive higher end models, because the lower end models tend to have bugs and stuff like that. I'm a firm believer that everybody should have dash cams on their car, whether it's for insurance reasons, if you get in an accident, whether you see something cool on the road, whether it's vandalism, theft, whatever it may be. Dash cams are a really good investment to protect your investment of your vehicle. So let's go ahead and dive right into this one. We'll unbox it, show off everything, set it up on the Hellcat, and then take it for a drive and see how the quality is. Alright guys, so here we go with the unboxing. Now, as I said before, within the last year there's been a lot of advancements within dash cams, and listed here on the back you have all of the stuff that this one has. Now, a couple notables that I want to talk about. This is a 2-channel dash cam, meaning there's a front camera and a rear camera, so you have both the front and rear protected. It has built-in Wi-Fi with an Android and iOS app. It has GPS, parking mode, voice recording, all kinds of fun stuff. But the one that really means a lot to me, since I live in Texas, is this one is a high temperature dash cam, meaning you can leave it in your car in the summer months of Texas and you won't have to worry. Whereas some of the lower model dash cams, if you leave them out in the sun, they can kind of, it takes a toll on the internals of them. However, this one should be good. So let's go ahead and unbox it, and we'll get right to it. Got some nice stickers from BlackBoxMyCar.com. Smile, you're on dash cam. Pretty cool. You got the owner's manual first up, and here's what everybody really cares about. Here is the dash cam. The top portion up here is what you use to mount it to the windshield, and it is also the built-in GPS. Obviously there's the lens there. You can plug in something over here. Bunch of fun stuff on the back, and some little outlets and inlets over here on the side, but pretty basic design. So that's a quick overview of the front camera. Now let's go ahead and pull out the rear camera, which is very, very small. As you can see here, it's you know, no bigger than, I don't know, half a finger. But once again, just a lens. You're gonna mount it with this rear portion back here, and then plug in the cable right here to the side. But very simple unit. And then we have a dash cam, or not a dash cam, we have a micro SD card right here, which you're going to use with the dash cam. So pretty cool that they provide these with their orders. And then down here should just be a bunch of wires and fun stuff like that. Yes, it is. Power cable, little sticky things to mount them places, and another power cable. So let's go ahead and mount this sucker up. We'll see how the installation process is, and dive right in. So when it comes to finding a place to mount your dash cam, you obviously want to pick a point where it won't be in your direct view while driving. So my first option was to go somewhere up here, but then I thought, no, that'd kind of get in the way. So what I've resulted with is I'm going to put it right about here, and then from the driver's perspective, I won't be able to see it at all while driving. So this is a perfect mounting point for me, and so that's what we're going to do now. And then obviously you want to make sure you have a clean surface, and we'll go ahead and mount it right up here. And obviously you want to apply quite a bit of pressure to make sure there's a really nice adhesion between that tape and your windshield. You don't want this thing falling off on you while you're driving. That would kind of defeat the purpose. And just like that, there it is. Now I could have gone a little bit higher, but the lens is over here on the left side, and as you see there's these little sun dots or whatever they are. So I obviously didn't want that to be in the camera's view. So that's pretty much the best spot. But as you see, if I was sitting here in the passenger seat, you know, it's just up there, but you don't really notice it. And then from the driver's perspective, you do not see it at all. So now we just have to set up the power cord, which I'm going to end up running up through the headliner, and then you can mount it several different ways, to your battery or to a 12-volt outlet like I have here. And in some cars, you might have more than one 12-volt outlet, such as my Challenger, which has another one right in here, which I don't know if you can see. Now, I'm actually going to use this outlet for the video because I know for a fact that this is a always-on outlet, meaning if the car is off, that dash cam will still be getting power. So just to show you kind of how everything works, here is that front main camera once again. The wires go up through the headliner, and then I will eventually take panels off and hide all the wires, but right now, just to make sure everything works, I've got them loose and kind of like a general idea of where they're gonna go. And then back here, we have the rear camera. Wow, that's a big sun. But there's the rear camera, and once again, that'll look a lot cleaner once I finish with everything. Just wanna make sure everything works. And then the main power, I have it actually going behind this here center console, so we're gonna plug it in for the first time right now. And if I did everything correctly, it should start up, so let's see. All right, moment of truth, here we go. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing, but it's plugged in now. Oh, there we go, some colors illuminated.
SD card formatting.
The SD card is formatting. All right, it works.
Drive safely, recording started.
All right, drive safely, recording started. So yeah, pretty simple plug and play installation. I mean, you just have to figure out a way to route all the wires in a fancy way to where they don't get seen from the outside or from the inside, because right now it's terrible with wires everywhere. But yeah, you just plug it in and it starts working. And then now let's go ahead and check out this app. And let's see, what do we want to do? Oh, would you look at that? There's the rear camera. Well, that's pretty cool. And I have it angled actually at a good angle, so that's nice. Now let's find the front one. And just like that, that's the front view. Look at that. That is cool. So the app is super easy to use. I'm trying to find good lighting. The app is super easy to use. I mean, you just click on a couple things and everything starts working. There's no like hoops and stuff you have to jump through to get everything to work. So that's pretty darn cool. I can get this thing to work off my phone, and I can pretty much control everything in here, like all the settings and stuff. So you got video settings and parking mode settings. I mean, there's so much stuff in here that I can go play with. So I guess I'll get more familiar with this, and then we can take a look more in depth on some of the important stuff that I find, and then we'll also check out the quality of the video. However, before we do that, I wanted to show you what it looks like from the exterior. So if you walk up, there you go, you can see it there. But honestly, if you go kind of far away, excuse the tripod, you don't see it really, and then you can zoom in, there you go. But obviously the radar detector just below it is a lot more visible, so pretty good. I don't think many people would be too like thrown off guard by that. I will, however, need to find a way to make those wires look a lot better, because that kind of looks a little tacky. So we'll find a way to mount the wires better, and that should take care of the front camera. And then let's go around to the back one. This one's probably hardly able to be seen at all. Yeah, there it is right there. And I do have window tint on this car. It's not super dark, and I'm actually not sure what percentage it is because it was on the car when I got it. However, there's the rear camera. Most people will probably never notice it unless you're zoomed in on it, but you know, just by walking by the car, it's pretty hidden. So now let's jump right into the quality of this dash cam and how does the video turn out? Well, the video kind of speaks for itself. It's pretty darn good. I'm actually very impressed with it. It's pretty comparable to, I would say, like a GoPro or something. Here's a clip from the rear camera with a Ferrari approaching, and you know me, I was like, oh look, a Ferrari. So obviously I did what any normal person would do, and well, I followed the Ferrari. Unfortunately, the Ferrari was not down to play at all. He just wanted to speed off quickly and get away from me. I think he knew what was about to happen with the Hellcat there. But now going back to the rear dash cam, now as you can see, you know, that rear dash cam is still almost as good as the one in the front. You can, you know, make out cars and street signs and stuff like that. So if you were to get in an accident, or if somebody was vandalizing a car or something, you would have, you know, evidence right there. So here we are with the audio straight from the dash cam. As you see, you know, not exactly the best audio, I'm sure, but it's enough to work if you need to yell out a license plate number or something like that. So there's the audio. Now here's a few clips in darker settings, such as this parking garage. Now parking garages are always horrible places. This is where car crashes, thefts, vandalisms always happen. So it's nice to see that the quality in a parking garage comes out fine. Here is a night clip. You can see street signs, you can see other cars and stuff. So the night footage is honestly actually I'm pretty surprised by it. It's pretty darn good. By no means would I recommend shooting a movie using this camera. However, the quality does speak for itself. It's pretty darn good. It's good enough for what you would need out of a dash cam for insurance reasons or for personal reasons. You know, you can pretty much make out anything you need to with the video quality here. The rear dash cam at night isn't as great, but it's to be expected. It's a little bit darker window tint back there. There's no headlights back there. But you know, once again, if somebody were to crash into you, you would have the proof. Now I know earlier I mentioned that I would go back into the app once I kind of figured it out more, but honestly, looking back at the footage, I pretty much went over all of the important stuff with the app, and it's really self-explanatory if you were to get your own. The entire process of start to finish of me getting this camera, unboxing it, setting it up, and getting it to actually work took less than an hour for everything, and I was recording stuff, so it's extremely easy to do, really self-explanatory. As I've said before in many videos, I really am a firm believer that everybody should get one of these things, whether it's this exact camera or a different one, doesn't really matter, but just get a dash cam, save yourself a lot of grief in the event of a car accident, vandalism, theft, whatever it may be. It really can pay for itself just in one instance. So I would definitely say dash cams are great investments and well worth it. Once again, check out BlackBoxMyCar.com. I'll put their link down below in the description. They have many dash cams to choose from. You can kind of go and compare what you want. This one is really good. I haven't had a single issue with it, so now we just get to test out the longevity of it and see if I run into any issues down the line. But hopefully I don't expect to. But if there is something about this dash cam you didn't like, but you want to get a dash cam, their website has plenty to choose from, so definitely go check it out and use the code RPPRODUCTION to save you $15. If you guys have any questions about this dash cam or other dash cams, drop it down below in the comments. I'll try to get to as many as possible and try to help you guys out. You know, maybe we can start this whole movement of get a dash cam, and then maybe it will be one of those things that becomes mandatory for cars in 2025, who knows. But thank you guys for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see y'all in the next one. Take it easy.